Hola otra vez, amigos. Bienvenidos a Spanish en la Casa con Señora Courtney. I hope you are enjoying the dinosaur activities that we've been working on this month. In this video, we're going to do a few more activities with our dinosaur figures. We're going to talk about the pasta, la pasta. And we're also going to make our own fossils. So first, I'd like to show you my idea for those noodles in your box. Vamos a usar esta. We're going to use some black construction paper. And we're going to design our own dinosaur fossil on paper. And you can glue these down if you would like, or you can just set them on there and rearrange them until you find one that you like. And then glue them down, or just have it for display for a little while and then take it off and try something new. Okay, primero vamos a dibujar. So voy a empezar con un dinosaurio como esto, un brontosaurio, y voy a dibujar en mi papel negro aquí. Entonces, puedes usar tiza, you can use chalk, or if you have ceras, crayolas, something like that you want to use too, I think that's fine as well. Y vamos a dibujar un dinosaurio así, just to get the right kind of shape for our activity here. Okay, entonces voy a dibujar este con 4 patas. Como yo no soy artista, este dinosaurio no es perfecto, pero vamos a ver cómo va. Let's maybe put this leg back here. Esta pierna así. Ok, y su cola. Y aquí tengo mi brontosaurio. Voy a escribir su nombre en español. Brontosaurio. Eso es. Y ahora vamos a usar la pasta para ponerle un cuerpo. Vamos a ponerle una cabeza. Estos por los huesos. ¿Qué pensamos? Los huesos aquí. Las partes pequeñas aquí podemos poner por su estómago con los ribs. Esto no recuerdo en español, ribs. Puedo buscar cómo se llama. Y aquí tenemos estas partes. También tenemos un tipo de espagueti, una pasta así. Para las piernas vamos abajo así. Creo que voy a poner más de estas espaguetis así. Y también tenemos estos como codos, quizás por sus patas. A ver, ¿cómo va? Bien, me gusta así. 4 patas. Y si es necesario, puedes romper, you can break la pasta o cortar si necesitas cortar. Muy bien. Y qué me gusta ahora. Creo que voy a seguir con esta por la espina y su cola. Así. Muy bien. Y una pastita más aquí. Parte del estómago y todo. ¿Qué pensamos? Esto me gusta, pero algo con la cabeza no me encanta. Quizás así, con su boca. Algo un poquito mejor. Y eso es. Hemos hecho un fósil con la pasta. Y como te he dicho, puedes pegar, you can glue it down, para enseñar a tu familia o los amigos. Y tienes tu propio fósil. I hope you enjoyed that one. Next, we're going to do another one. You can use the pasta again, or podemos usar las figuras de los dinosaurios. Un momento y puedo enseñarte esto. Okay, so this next activity you can do a couple of different ways. You can do it both ways if you want. I'm going to show you using Play-Doh and then show you the finished product using something else too. For this activity, we're going to make a different kind of fossil. So if you want, you can also make salt dough with your grown-up. Salt dough is a combination of flour, harina, y sal, salt, y agua, water. I also used canela, cinnamon, to give it a little bit of a darker color so it looks a little bit more authentic, like a fossil that's been outside in the dirt. Or you could just use Play-Doh or Model Magic, the clay that gets hard when you leave it out to dry. So I'm warming up my Play-Doh here so you can see what this might look like. And I'm gonna show you the table again. Okay, puedo enseñarte aquí la mesa. So I'm gonna spread my Play-Doh out. Vamos a hacer un panqueque con el Play-Doh, así, o dos panqueques. Okay, so here we have our dough where we're gonna make our fossils. And you can do this lots of different ways. And I did make my salt dough fossils using these different methods. So you can use los dinosaurios and simply press them down into the Play-Doh, and then leaves an impression in the dough. And it kind of looks like a fossil. You can also use these figures to make something that looks a little bit more realistic with the actual dinosaur bone parts, like that. You can do footprints, even with a couple of different dinosaurios, and maybe come up with a story about what happened, why there were a couple of different dinosaurs in the same spot. These two are both herbívoros, so why would they have been eating in the same spot maybe? ¿Qué piensas? Then you can also use la pasta, so the same sort of figuring or the same sort of concept we used with our pasta for the black paper. You can even make your dinosaur fossil like that and press the noodles into your dough to see what kind of shapes you can make with that. I love this kind of rotini pasta for this activity because it really gives a good impression of bone-like shapes. Excelente. So those are some of the different options. You can do Play-Doh, you could use the modeling clay, but I wanted to show you also what my salt dough ended up looking like. I'm going to pull a couple of different options out here for you to see. Okay, so this one, we have las huellas, right? Dinosaurios en pisotea. Estos tenemos la pasta. You can see where we used the noodles to press into the dough. And these we used the dinosaur figures that have the bones, the fossil looking figures. I really was impressed with those. I think they look really neat. And for this one at the top, you can see un estegosaurio, right? We pushed him into there. But I also thought, wouldn't it be neat to have a little nest, un nido? So we have some huevitos with our dinosaur figures in their fósiles. So this is really easy. You just need a little bit of flour. I think maybe we used a cup, and I'll include this in our instructions. A cup of flour, about 1/4 of a cup of salt, a pinch of cinnamon to kind of darken it. I would maybe use a little bit more, so maybe like a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, and then about a 1/2 cup of warm water. You want the dough to be soft and pliable so that it feels kind of like Play-Doh. And then just roll it out into small round cookie type shapes and push your impressions in. And then you'll bake it at about 250 degrees for about an hour. And then if it's not hard to the touch, bake it a little bit longer. If it's a tiny bit soft, you can take it out, and then once it dries, it'll harden some more. So I think these are really cool. I would love to see some pictures. If you guys have some dinosaurios and you make some fósiles, I would absolutely love to see some of those. So send them my way once you get to this activity. So that is all for this video, and I hope you really have enjoyed making your fósiles. And I will see you again soon in our next video. Gracias, amigos. Adiós.